If you rest at the bench in the haunted Bellhart and then load your save, there's a chance you will see hornets strung up by the same string that has all those other people captive. It's a super cool little Easter egg that really enhances this moment all the more. But it seemingly doesn't always happen because that's the third time I tried to load my save file and only then did it happen. The first 2 times I just woke up on the bench like normal, so not really sure what that was about. Might be a small bug in the game. Anyway, hey everybody and welcome back to Hollow Knight Silksong! Last time we ventured through Greymoor, defeated the Moorwing, as well as the field of, what do you call them? The murder of Craws over in the eastern side of the place. We activated their little house machine that summoned balloons all over, and that took us here to the haunted Bellhart, seemingly around the center of Farloom, because yeah, we're on like the second layer, the second story of Farloom, but we're in the center of it. We're right here. This is where our objective marker is. Since, obviously, the Bellhart is in no state to be the nice, safe, prosperous town that it's supposed to be, yeah, we've got to do something about it. So this time, we're going to head left and look for a cure to the strange web disease. That's what I'm going to call it. It almost sounds like an internet addiction or something. The web disease. The web addiction. I guess before we leave, I can jump around and take a look at some of these buildings, or rather, bells. They're just giant bells suspended in the air. This one has what looks like a needle or a pin icon on its door. That's cool. This one has a bong, I guess. Then up the little stairs, we can't reach anywhere because our abilities are still incapable of taking us anywhere other than the most basic areas, so hopefully we'll try to fix that this episode as well, though no promises on that. Pilgrim, this settlement welcomes all who step the holy path. We've already read that, it's on the other side. It's fine, they got both entrances covered. Just in case a pilgrim turned around and started heading the wrong way, that sign is there to reassure them that they're heading back towards Bellhart. Anyway, here's our true next area, the Shellwood. I'll be honest, at this point in the game, I don't remember a lot from my first playthrough. What I do remember is scrambling to clear something within this area before my freaking college class began when I was playing this game on my little school laptop. Oh man, that was a fun time. I never did that again for whatever reason, probably because I wanted the true immersive Silksong experience by playing it at home on my own main computer. So, we start off with 2 new enemies. These guys in the water are relatively harmless. They just kind of scoot along the surface, pay you very little mind, and you can kill them if you want to. Of course, they do have a Hunter's Journal entry, and if you're trying to complete that, then you're going to have to do it. Then there's these guys who throw spears. They're a little more annoying, especially because every time they try to throw a spear, they dash backwards a bit, but they're not too bad. They're not the worst flying enemy in this game, not by a long shot. Alright, I'll take all your shards. Just makes sense the little skeeter guys wouldn't have any, I guess I should call them striders, not skeeters. Mosquitoes fly through the air. These guys walk along the water, like cool bugs, you know. There's so many bugs that fly, so it's nice to see a bug mastering a form of movement other than flying, for once. You are a little pill bug thing. Ah, yes, you split. It's like one of the few basic enemies to have a phase 2. You split into a little flying guy afterwards. That's cool. I guess it doesn't split. It sheds its shell, and then that becomes a flying guy, you know. Gotta have the exact terminology down, or else I'm just not a good commentator. No, I'm not a good commentator anyway, especially today, because for some reason, I guess I will just never ever be in the mood to commentate well for a single Omen C2 video for the rest of my life, because that's how it's been going. Like, by my judgment, I know most of you wouldn't care, but by my judgment, pretty much every Omen C2 video I've recorded since the freaking, since the Forest Temple video in Ocarina of Time has not been super well commentated, but hey. That's just my opinion. Actually, the Portal 1 video was okay, I think. Just okay, though. Ah, you're a larger one. You're gonna split into a larger... No! Okay, you're gonna split into a thing of the same size. Now, I'm sure you're dying to know what this item is, but one second. I must clear the enemy from my path first. Alright, what is it? Frayed rosary string. Yeah, I had a feeling. Just a little rosary string. Let me go get these shell shards. I ended up using a ton of these last time, and I think it was to fulfill a wish at Bone Bottom. Speaking of which, I better make sure to go visit Bone Bottom some point today, because I think there is there's a little thing that unlocks there. Perhaps at this point in the game there are more quests to do down there, and that could always be fun. First of all, though, I mean, we have a beautiful new area to explore, and can I draw your attention to the background real quick? Because, oh my god, look at that background. This one background is already, like, so much more full of depth and visual brevity and all those other buzzwords people like to use than anything in the first Hollow Knight. And I loved the visuals of the first Hollow Knight, don't get me wrong. The first Hollow Knight is a gorgeous game, and I will believe that forever and ever. It looks amazing. I love so many of the backgrounds in that game as well, but Silksong definitely improved in regards to backgrounds, I will fully admit. Even if it didn't necessarily improve in other places. We're still not far enough along to reach points of the game that I hated just yet, so things shall remain positive for the time being. Okay, so we can see that these bugs will endlessly respawn unless I go over here and I kill their nest. So let's go over here and let's kill their nest. There we go. Now let me get the hell out of dodge and heal. I actually can't heal. It's because I used the skill, isn't it? I used the silk skill, it makes sense. I shouldn't be allowed to heal. I used up my silk on something else, so therefore I can't heal anymore. That's how it works. That's how things work here in Farloom. Ooh, okay, there's a little side entrance. Long pin, I was wondering when you were gonna get this. This is another throwable tool. Weighted pin and half form to pierce tough shells. So these are like the spears that those enemies down below were throwing. They do have drop off over time, but I think they can hit enemies multiple times as they deal piercing damage. Being spears and all. Or rather, being long pins and all. But, you know, that's not a property that is particular to pins. At least I wouldn't think. In our human world, anyway, that's not how it works. So, you know. I guess pins function as spears in the Hollow Knight world. Wonder how that works. Anyway, pop you to death. Climb up to the top. I've just never really thought about, like, what little crafting tools or whatever the Hollow Knight bugs pick up and use as weapons equates to what human weapon. Because, like, nails are like swords. Needles are like... I would say they're like lances, but then again, Hornet is slashing with it, implying that it's just a really long sword. So I guess that's what it is, a really long sword. Hello. Okay, get you out of the way. The basic enemies of Shellwood do actually put up a decent fight, based on how they keep, you know... Those guys have like a phase 2 and all, and they keep popping up all over the place, sometimes in tricky platforming sections. Cannot climb up that wall at the moment, so we'll have to go this way instead, okay? Kind of getting myself lost and confused in this first room, but hey, lost and confused is how I'm going to be the entire video, because again, I don't remember Shellwood as clearly as I remember the other early game locations. Like, everything through Greymore, I remember pretty vividly, honestly. Here, though, not so much, so we might be entering a brief bit of blind gameplay. I don't know, I think I spent a long time, after I played up to this point in the game, I played a little bit further, and then I took a decent break from the game, and I think that's what caused me to forget most of it. I took multiple decent length breaks throughout my first playthrough of this game, because, you know, it's a huge endeavor, and sometimes you need a break from it. And now people are gonna start making those memes of, like, the guy who doesn't want to play the video games. The guy who's like, if you're having too much trouble with the game, it's fine to take a break from it. I don't understand why those people are being memed on, because, like, that's a good idea. If something is frustrating you, you should take a break from it. That's a good life lesson, you know. It's not always a problem to take breaks from things you like. Because, you know, you might not like them in the moment unless you take a break from them. I don't know. It's hard for me to word things clearly, so I think I'm just going to stop trying, and we're going to go down here and fight some enemies. Let's go. Combat arena. All right, these guys emit an AoE poison spore attack of sorts. So just stay out of it, and you should be good. All right, who's next? We got, stick guys from the ground. These guys are rough. Oh, God, I remember them. All right, they're kind of like, they kind of remind me of the mantises from the first game. Except that they can deal 2 damage, unlike the mantises, with their little slice attack there. Okay. They can also dash, and they can do, like, a jump spinny move, which is fun and interesting and engaging. You know, I find it interesting how this game likes to introduce enemies through combat arenas, which combat arenas are pretty tough. And so it's kind of weird to me how the game will introduce new enemies in, like, the toughest situation to encounter them in. But I guess it's just weird to me. I don't know. It probably makes perfect sense from Team Cherry's design perspective. Just, you know, it's slightly weird to me that you would introduce an enemy first inside one of those gauntlets. Oh, well, in other news, we got a bench for 40 rosaries. Nice. It's a pretty cheap one, though, you know, not insignificant. It's entirely possible we only have 2 rosaries coming into this place. Do I want to change tools or do anything? Ooh, SCP-173 shell shards. I got this on. I think I put it on, like... Yeah, I put it on during Greymore. It hasn't really been helping me that much, though. And this is just too good. I don't care about the weighted belt or even the shard pendant. This won't be helpful because we're not facing any fire-based enemies, but also this won't be too helpful because it's just straight up fucking useless and terrible, so we'll just keep going with the warding belt for now. I think I can switch out the 3-fold pin for long pin, though. We can try a different projectile. I'll keep rolling with the whatever this skill is called. I can't remember. Thread Storm, right. I called it Waterfowl Dance Jr. in my Hollow Knight Let's Play because, you know... That's also a good name for it, Waterfowl Dance Jr. I think I'll go with that, you know? It's much easier for me to remember than Threadstorm, personally. Alright, we're taking this elevator back down. Now, the annoying thing about these elevators is that once you're inside them, you are committed. You cannot cancel them, you cannot open the doors, you cannot interrupt them in any way whatsoever. You are sitting in there until the elevator reaches the end of its path. And sometimes, the elevator takes its sweet-ass time getting to the end of the path, and it's really annoying. Oh god. Already, I took 3 damage from that thing in an instant. Good thing I had enough silk to heal. That could have been bad. Ah, this guy is hunting the Strider enemies. He's not doing it very well. He keeps throwing the spear at the water. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's some improvement. Now let me fight fire with fire a little bit. I bounced away his spear with my own. That's funny. Alright, then we scoot through the water. I think those Strider enemies... The little Skeeter Strider enemies are the only enemies to respawn over time. Actually, no. They're one of a few enemies to respawn over time, but not many enemies do that. Most enemies will either respawn if you leave the room and come back, or respawn if you set at a bench, but there are a few enemies that will continuously respawn just after enough time passes, and that is one of them. So these sticks are not always enemies. Sometimes they are mere decorations. Neato, I'll still uppercut those ones because I feel extra like that. Go up here, can't climb that, so instead I'll miss you completely. Perfect plan. Hit you with a skill, even though I lost health, who cares? I'm playing a little risky today, because I feel like it. Speaking of which, I gotta get started on collecting mask shards, because oh my god, I still have none. I still have no mask shards to my name, and I swear I had some at this point in my first playthrough. Where in the hell are the mask shards? I'll tell you where the mask shards are, not in Act 1. Anyway, I'll talk more about that later. This here is a polyp heart. Ah, I see, okay. Seems to be a random collectible, kind of similar to the moss berries we saw in the first areas of the game. Core of a flower formed around the body of a consumed wood wasp. Secretes a sticky sap that the wasps subsist on. Alright. I might have to show this to someone in the future. Just a hunch, though. Alright, go up this way. Then, yeah, here. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've explicitly mentioned it, but there's a fun little maneuver you can do in this game. Ledge grab and then jump during the animation, and you will gain extra height. You see that little flip horn it was doing? Oh my god. I want to show it on that because, like, you know, you can trigger it whenever you want. Yeah, I see that. It's pretty fun to do. I don't think it's super helpful or anything, but it's just fun, and so I thought I'd point it out. I thought I'd point out the fact that it exists because it is fun to do. We have another nest. Let's get rid of this. Watch for when these guys are charging at you and jump out of the way in time. Also watch for when the nest is about to birth one of them and spit them at you. Oh my god, that was perfect. I took out all of them in one go. Where did that stick guy go? There was a stick enemy that spawned in and then he fell. Oh, did he redisguise himself down here? That's cool. I didn't know they could do that. All right, well, that was that. Those guys gave me a lot of trouble on my first playthrough, but I guess I've improved since then. Very cool. All right, got a bunch of ominous, like, I was going to say whispering roots, but I think I'm just thinking of whispering roots from the first Hollow Knight. I don't know what you call the pattern these roots are making, but they're making an interesting looking pattern, and they all lead us to this little hut. I don't like the way you grew out of the floor there. How's it going?
Shell. White mask, red cloak. Bug. A living bug.
A bug I am, at least in part, but you are something quite different. I apologize if I have roused you from some deep slumber.
Slumber, long sleep, but now is the waking. Growth, time of birth. The time of birth approaches. Heed bug, the time of birth approaches.
Okay.
The time of birth approaches. Now, the rite of the polyp. Bug, only you are left. None more tread here. None.
I don't know. I saw a lot of enemies outside. I'm pretty sure many people tread here, but I guess, like, I'm the only sentient, intelligent bug to come and visit you.
For the rite, the polyp hearts, they are needed. Bring them here for the rite.
Okay, so we can help the rite of birth, whoever's giving birth, I don't know, probably Greyroot, by gathering the polyp hearts we've been finding, or, well, that we found one of. Gather! The rite of the polyp wish promised. I like these gather wishes because you can actually, like, get a head start on them, unlike all the other wishes where they only activate once you get the wish. Here you can actually start collecting the polyp hearts ahead of time. If you have knowledge or power to grant, I will aid you. These polyp hearts you desire, they can be found about the wood?
Polyp hearts found in the wood. Yes, Bug. Seek out the purple blooms inside the hearts. The time of birth approaches. Polyp hearts are needed. Bring them, Bug, and power will be shared.
Okay, we've got a nice little collection side quest to aid us on our journey through Shellwood. I wonder what you get for it. I actually do. I don't remember what you get for it. Let me heal myself, though, real quick, because I don't like being 2 masks down. It makes me anxious. You know, with the number of obstacles we're walking into, I guess we're kind of walking into them, but we're not really walking into, whatever. With the amount of obstacles we're running into in the form of giant vertical walls I can seemingly not climb up, it sure would be nice if this area had some kind of wall climbability hidden in it somewhere, you know? Could be nice, you know? Could be a good thing to have, especially for the future of our adventures if we're going to be finding more of these tall vertical walls I seemingly can't get around. Okay, I was just wondering where Chakra was. I was literally about to say, I hope we find Chakra soon. Here she is!
Needle Child, Hawk! I encountered a settlement near here, at the core of a vein of old bells. The bugs there were snared silent on a web of silk. It seemed the pernicious trap of some unseen predator. I left quickly, making sure to avoid the glimmering treads. I passed the town myself. The thread sickness, I've seen its like upon the roads, but there it does not discriminate. The curse that strikes the town, it is driven, focused, a cold use of silk at a concerning scale. If the path permits, I will investigate its source. And the path shall permit indeed. Okay, so you're selling both Bellhart map and Shellwood. I'll take both of them because I want more maps. Maps are fun. I like maps. Maps are good. Maps help. Purchase the last of my mapping stock for now. No extra pins or anything. What a shame. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your... What's the opposite of a greeting? Honestly, what is the opposite of a greeting? Is there a word for that? I don't really know. Like your farewell sign. I don't know. Anyway, there's the Bellhart that we passed through. Here's the Shellwood. We have been up through here. We have not been up to the top of this room yet. I assume we're going to start making our way up after we go through here. I did take off the compass because I did switch crests, and I am going to keep going with this crest for a while. Don't have any memory lockets, so unless I want to sacrifice my rosary gaining abilities, I probably won't be putting the compass back on. Here we got some flowers to bounce on, which is made much easier if you're using the Reaper Crest, so I would recommend using the Reaper Crest through this area. I think it's really helpful for that. We have another bench this way, apparently. Oh, I remember. Okay, the bench is actually quite a ways away. Why don't we start by going up here? Hiya, hiya. Never mind. Hiya, hiya, dash. There we go. Hiya, hiya. Oh, you're an enemy. Okay, you're one of these guys. I'll get you with a long pin there. I'm actually calling them by their official names and not just like throwing spears or something. You guys proud of me? Your Silksong nerds proud of me? I'm one of you too, I think. I hope. I did 100% the game, so I could be considered among the many Silksong nerds, but then again, I don't know. Okay, here we have a flower in the wall that spits those blobs at you. Doesn't seem to point at you very accurately if you hide just below or just above it, so be sure to do that, and you should have an easy time of it. You can get him with a silk skill, knock you away before you can hit me with that AoE. Then I think going down this way should give me something, otherwise why would it be here, right? Is that you guys making those whimpering sounds? Oh no, that's a flea, isn't it? That's a flea. Aha! Oh. Sorry, flea. I made a bad showcase of my abilities at rescuing. There you go. Let me bounce on. Nope. Sorry, one second. I'll hit this thing eventually. Yeah, perfect. And that would have been pretty impossible to do with the Crest of the Hunter and its pogo, because it would go at a straight angle. Whereas that guy, I kind of had to use the sweep of this thing's pogo in order to reach him. So yeah, there's another advantage to using the Reaper Crest. I was kind of surprised to find out. I saw a video on YouTube of like, I spent the entire game using the worst crest in Silksong, and they showed the Reaper Crest in their thumbnail, and I was like, really? The Reaper Crest? Out of all the other crests, I think this is honestly one of the best, in my opinion, but I mean, I don't know. I never messed with the other crests that much. I played with them, of course. I gave all the crests a good shake before I would dismiss any of them, but there are some crests that I would say aren't as good as Reaper. Like, one in particular we might be finding in one of the videos coming soon. In an optional area we have yet to go to, and I'm going to continue to wait to go to for a little while. Probably could go there next time, though, because, yeah, we're getting close to being able to traverse there. All right, I can stop talking about this area, because, oh, Mask Shard, yes, yes! You get Mask Shards so rarely in the early game of Silksong that it is an absolute joy anytime you find one. Haha, piercing damage. Finally, man! First master this far into the game, and we're only 1/4 of a way to the first health upgrade. Like I said, I'll talk more about this later because I find it kind of weird how long this game takes to upgrade your health. Anyway, got some new enemies on our way back out of this room, and we got a new ceiling. It's not new, it's just causing me a lot more pain than it did on my first traversal of the room. Oh god, I almost hit it again. No, not another one. Die. There we go. That's a good use of my silk skill there. Instant killing it. Oh, okay. Use my glide. Don't forget that I have glide. And then pow. Oh man, I hit it right into the water. Oof. Okay, so we should be nearing the top. I think I just came out of that door there. So there's a place to go left and a place to go right. By my calculations, I think going right would be much better. So let's not do that and go left instead. Optional stuff before required stuff. It's how I work. Oh yeah, and that also unlocks a bellway station. So yeah, I'm gonna want to do that anyway. Sorry, enemy down below, I'm not gonna kill you. Even though it would contribute to the Hunter's Journal, I think I'm gonna be backtracking through Shellwood quite a bit in the future. As much as I don't remember the first traversal of this place, I do remember having to backtrack through Shellwood quite a bit later on in the game, so we'll have plenty of time to fill out the Hunter's Journal. And even then, I still won't do it. Probably. Alright, there's that station unlocked. I won't call the beast here. He deserves his beauty rest. Ah, what is this? What is this, like, giant bell hat? It looks like Sherma's hat. With it being all big and flat, it looks like a symbol as well. The instrument, not like the drawing on the wall, you know? The thing you hit with a stick and it goes crash! It makes a cool reverb sound. I don't know. So, while I'm backtracking down to go to the bottom left and explore that direction first before I go top right, I would like to say something real quick that I'm probably not going to announce anywhere else, or at least not announce anywhere on my main channel, aside from maybe live streams. Oh, wait, this doesn't connect to the bottom? Are you kidding me? Okay, whatever. Go back the other way, I guess. Anyway, I do have some unfortunate news. As of today, I'm recording this on Thursday, the 17th, or no, not the 17th, the 15th of January.
as of today, the little fluffy white cat in my profile picture of my main channel has passed away. He came down with a really nasty condition. I think it was just cancer. It was a ton of cancer. And by the time we took him to the vet and showed him to them, it was too late to do anything about it. So he was put down today. This all transpired yesterday as well. Like, my family took him to the vet yesterday, and then suddenly it was revealed he had like 7 tumors and just... He had to be put down, like, right away. It was extremely sudden, kind of came out of nowhere, and yeah, it's hit us hard. Especially because that cat, we've had him for so long. Like, we had him for over a decade. I think 12 years total. I was a young kid when we adopted him, and I kind of grew an attachment to him because he was, like, the first cat to actually, like me in any capacity. I mean, the other cats I had prior to that tolerated me, especially one of them more than the other, but still, I never felt like either of them liked me as much as the fluffy white cat did, and unfortunately, he is now gone. But in other news, we have a sign here. Pilgrim, spare a song for those who lay here silent. By strength abandoned, they fell before the final ascent. I probably would too, honestly, if I saw how much further I had to go. Okay, climb up here. I hear, new enemy. A rich person covered in beads and necklaces. We are going to get so many rosaries for defeating you. It's gonna be, ow. Okay, maybe it won't be that great after all. Oh, God. Okay, using the last of my tool there. Gotta store up enough for heal. Perfect. Cool, okay. There comes a time in a battle where you must stop using silk skills and focus on healing, and that was one of those times. Okay. Watch out for those swings. He does them really quickly. All right, anyway, that was that. What is he called? The Covetous Pilgrim. Is that what the big gold guy? No, the big gold guy in the first game was called the Gorgeous Husk. I remember now. All right, well, that was a weird little optional enemy, and that was seemingly all there was to do up here, was just fight him, and that's it. Okay, cool. And read that sign. Neat. Kind of a pointless dead-end room otherwise, though. It's kind of weird. Anyway, let's climb across this. Oh, how I so badly want a refill of my tools. Nice job, buddy. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're aiming at? Bruh. Bruh. Oh, God. See, that's how you aim. That's how you aim a spear. You aim correctly when I come along, but when you're trying to kill these little Skeeter Strider guys, you do a terrible job. Can I just say? Oh my God. He just kept throwing his spears in the water. Aren't you wasting them? How many of those do you have? How much do they cost to resupply? Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, continuing what I was saying before, I'm not going to announce this. I'm not going to make like a big announcement that my cat has passed on the main channel, just because I don't think it's that necessary. So I thought I may as well just tell you right here. I might also say it on my live stream I'm about to do later this week, but other than that, you know, I don't think I have to make a huge deal out of it. I just thought I'd let y'all know that now the little kitty in my profile picture is sadly no longer with us. That's about all I have to say with that, though. Insert rosaries, 80. Okay, this is another machine that will transform your rosaries into a rosary necklace, which you can then, like, keep stored in your inventory so you don't have risk of dropping them. But in the process, you lose 20 rosaries because the necklace will only give you 60 back. I will not partake in that because I don't need it. What I do need is a freaking bench so I can refill my tools, because my God, having no tools just feels bad. Feels bad, man. This bench only has 2 bells. The 3rd bell fell off in the war. All right, there's that. 48 for the... Okay, these tools are quite expensive, aren't they? Ooh, boy, okay. Good thing I unlocked the bellway in Shellwood, because I might be falling down into Bone Bottom real quick. Hey, gives me an excuse to check that place out again. Maybe buy something from the store. Do I have enough... What the hell am I saying? Do I have enough rosaries for the mask shard that one merchant is selling? Because I kind of hope I do. I would like to have a second one. I'd like to get another mask sooner than later, so I don't just keep going with 5 all the freaking time. Okay. That is one weird thing.
about the pogo. The way it moves down is kind of weird and hard to get used to, and it can lead to you being hit by contact damage because some bozo at Team Cherry thought that contact damage was a good idea to keep, but whatever. It's fine. Oh, right. This place. Oh, boy. Do I want to do this yet? I mean, I am down here. May as well see what this is, right? What this is, yes, another area. This is the Wormways. Now, I don't know about you, I find this place probably the most forgettable location in all of Farloom. I find it so hard to remember that this place exists, even though it does have unique enemies, unique, like, ambience, unique content inside of it. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't really stick out in my mind very much. I feel like it's one of those areas you could honestly remove from the game and nothing would feel missing. But, of course, you know, it's here, it's in the game, it's better to have it than it is to not, IMO, but yeah. There isn't a lot we can do here just yet, which is why I am actually taking the dive to go inside. If we could explore this whole place just yet, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Where did those enemies go? Hello? Was that like a single piece of silk on that thing? I've never noticed that before. Okay, well, we got a tool, I think. That is the Deadbug's Purse. Discarded purse of a fallen pilgrim. Allows the bearer to retain some rosaries upon defeat. Hey, that's not bad. That's actually not bad. That's a pretty good yellow tool. That said, I don't think I'm going to use it because, again, I never actually lost my rosaries permanently before at any point in my first playthrough of the game. So I'm confident that I'll be able to hold on to them for the entire playthrough. But you never know. Things get a little hairy. Might change my mind on that and decide to use that tool. It is a good tool, though. I would definitely recommend it if you're struggling to keep a hold of your rosaries. I don't know how many rosaries you keep. If it's like you keep 20 out of the 600 you had, then it's kind of shit, but hopefully it isn't that bad. Hello, Chakra. We meet again very quickly. Greetings, Chakra. It was a welcome surprise to hear your call echo through these crumbling tunnels. How goes the search for your master? Oh, Shanka, it is a difficult task to track anything in these caverns while the worms ceaselessly churn the rock. Still, I can see that my master has traveled here. Her path within this land winds strangely. That's how you pronounce it. I wonder at her intent. It is no matter, though. She can enlighten me when again we meet. Until then, I will continue in her shadow. Sure, I'll buy the map of the Wormways, though this means I definitely won't be able to afford the Mask Shard down below. Let's see. So yeah, we have this tiny area available, and I think the rest of things beyond this point is actually locked off, but I shall confirm that for myself going forwards. Oh, sorry. That's my goodbye. Karama! Oh yeah, I've heard that the little challenge thing there, it doesn't just attract enemies, it also slightly increases the damage of your next attack, I want to say. The wiki just said that it attracts enemies, but you never know. The wiki could be wrong. Wikis are wrong sometimes, so it's best to keep that in mind. Whenever you read a wiki, the wiki could very well be wrong. Hell, even the Terraria wiki, which is normally extremely accurate with info, is wrong about things sometimes. As seen in the YouTube channel's Wand of Sparking's videos. Sometimes, like, that channel finds new glitches that the wiki doesn't document. New glitches or weird behaviors that the wiki has wrong. Yeah, like, even a wiki as prestigious as that can be incorrect sometimes. Hi, okay. We got this guy throwing ornaments, except they're flying in the air, and that was weird. It's like you knew that I wasn't going to jump as far the second time. It's like you read my mind. Okay, there we go. Can't go up there, because the vertical wall cannot be climbed. If only we could obtain some kind of ability to help with that. Would be very nice. Sadly, though, I have a feeling we're not going to find an ability of that kind in this area. It's just a hunch. Hi, breakable wall. How you doing? Where does this go, actually? I don't remember this. Item? Oh, no. Enemies having fun. Let's put a stop to that. Maybe they're not having fun. Maybe they're actually suffering, despite how much fun they have. Oh, hi. Okay, you're not having fun. Let me free you from the clutches of evil Mr. Mouth. That's his name, Mr. Mouth. For some reason, I'm now thinking of the first villain in the, the villain of the first Rayman game, Mr. Dark. That's his name. His name is fucking Mr. Dark. And you, Mr. Light, must go and stop him.
Rayman is one of those franchises that, like, I hear a lot about, but no one really recalls as fondly as they do other franchises. Like, of course I've heard a lot about Rayman, but people always bring up Mario or Zelda or Pokemon first before Rayman. Every time. Or even, like, Crash Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon gets mentioned more often than Rayman does, despite Rayman appearing on the same console as those two. An old stone gate with a simple keyhole, and we have no simple key to open it. So down we go. Now, ooh. What's in this room? No, thanks. No. I wanted to run out of the room and not challenge him, game. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, that enemy is really annoying, and honestly, I'd rather be doing anything else than fighting him right now. We'll have to come back for him later. Oh my god. I did not expect to find a second one so soon. Holy shit. Well, now I'm extra upset I can't afford the one in Bone Bottom. Oh no, I have to fight him. I have to contend with him. I have to at least run past him. Okay, I can try to fight him. It's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. So this guy, he hangs out in the ceiling and he tries to vomit on you repeatedly. That's his only attack. It deals 2 damage, naturally. And he has a shitload of health, and you can do basically nothing about it. If you want to fight this guy this early in the game, all you can do is die. Oh god, where am I gonna respawn? Back in Shellwood? Yeah, back in Shellwood. Oof, Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'll go back and get it. I'm within the capability. That's English. I am within the capabilities of doing that. God, what am I saying? Anyway. Let me store up some silk. Hiya. Second death of the game, and that death was a lot less anticlimactic than the other death I had. I mean, they were both the giant, fearsome enemies. So I guess both of them weren't that anticlimactic, but still. You know, I haven't died to any bosses yet. Can we change that? I'd like to die to a boss, please. Okay. Chakra's still here, which is nice. It's nice to hear her singing in the caverns. It's the only good thing about this place, if you ask me. I know that it's not always safe to run around everywhere, but hey, they gave me this super fun sprint maneuver, and then they're gonna spawn enemies in my face like that I have a quarter of a second to react to before I die. Not when I die. I'll freaking take a hit and then complain about it. I won't die. Yeah. Let me heal. Then honestly, I might just want to run through and come back to him later. I think I will. He's not very fun to fight at this stage, so I think coming back later when I have more, more strength, more power, more abilities, I think that would be much better. Let me leave a marker over his room so that I don't forget to fight him again. Yeah, there we go. There's also these markers. What are these markers for? Because I think I've already dealt with whatever they're marking, so let's take those away. I mean, I haven't confirmed if I have taken care of those or not, but yeah. So we emerge on the other side of this long vertical shaft above Bone Bottom. So let's drop all the way down to Bone Bottom and... it's the bridge that they've built. I think I've already mentioned this, but you can indeed destroy this bridge. I can't remember how at the moment, but it is possible to destroy that bridge and just completely undo that entire quest, in case you want to. Rest here with me as long as you like. Okay, the thing I wanted hasn't been achieved yet. All right, so let's see the price of your shop. Masked 300. Yeah, can't do that. No wishes on the wish wall either. Okay, back up to Shellwood we go, I guess. That was a very anticlimactic visit to Bone Bottom. Hey guys, I'd like to go visit Bone Bottom at some point this episode. And then I do it and it's that. Like, that's it. Oh well, can't win them all. Oh yes, I can't remember if I remember to say this in one of the earlier Silksong videos, but I actually have now a 3D printed figure of the Bell Beast. I also have a 3D printed figure of the knight from the first game, Hornet, and whatchamacallit, the Hollow Knight from the first game as well. I also have a figure of Chakra. And I think one more thing. Oh, yes. A character we haven't seen yet and I shouldn't talk about because that would be a spoiler. So I'll talk about it when the time comes. In other news, this is interesting. There were three bright glowing white flies around it. Those white flies have some sort of significance. I think they have a connection to the weavers and the silk. They're like silk flies, for lack of a better term. Either way, we'll have to keep an eye on them as the game progresses. All right, bouncy, and Stickman. Henry Stickman comes to life and attacks us. Ah! Why did you jump farther that time? You make no sense. Okay, we are here, which tells me that up there is a complete dead end, so I should do that first. Oh, that's fun. Okay, it's not a complete dead... Yes, it is a complete dead end. This is a dead end. It's a useful dead end, though. Instead of being one of those empty red end rooms, it's 914's chamber. You know, useful dead end. Why didn't I bounce from that? I guess you have to hit it with, like, the bottom part of your slash. I keep thinking I have this mysterious, elusive wall climb ability that we may or may not be getting soon. There's another Paula part. We need 5 of these, right? Let's check the quests. Pretty sure I need 5 of them. Okay, we're actually well progressed in this quest. Oh, yes, I have to go back and visit the flea caravan. I completely forgot. It's been long enough since the last video. I totally forgot to do that. Man, I should have done that while I had the chance. Well, I'm up here now, too late. I think did I need like 6 or 7 polyp parts? Oh, you can't be serious. Okay, these guys, they extend their heads, and you can bounce on their necks to deal damage. You can also hit their base to deal damage, or their head to deal damage. Either way, it deals damage. Let's go, boy. Stay out of the way of you. Oh god, I'm gonna have to sneeze here in a second. That's not gonna be good, because my sneezes are loud. Honestly, I used to really like sneezing because it felt great to, you know, release all that tension in your nose, but nowadays, I sneeze so loudly that I feel bad whenever I do. Okay, can't climb back up there, but we can sit on this bench, respawn all the enemies and whatnot. I don't think there's anything else to see on the left side of this room, even though we have not explored down over there, and as I said, you cannot escape this elevator, and unfortunately, this elevator blocks the only way down there, so we'll have to come back and see that lower area some other time. Oh wait, there is something over here. Oh, it's the room I just came out of, you know. That's real helpful. Oh, it's another one of you. That's a little more helpful. Will give me some more. No, you won't. Okay, just kidding. You won't give me anything because you're useless. Oh, never mind. We can go over here right now. You weren't that useless after all. Thank you, buddy. How are you not dead? I thought 3 hits killed you. Guess not. 4 hits kills you. Good to know. I will never remember that. If you sit me down and make me do some Silksong trivia quiz, and that's one of the questions, I will not be able to answer that. I wouldn't even be able to answer that for the first game, and I know the first game a lot better than I know this game. That's saying something. That's saying something about how little I remember minute details like that, like how many hits does this enemy take to die at this nail upgrade? Or needle upgrade in this game's case. A pool. Alright, anyway. So we head this way. We can see this is kind of starting to lead back towards the Bellhart. I think we are, yeah, we're right about here. So more Bellhart is up in this location. Gonna have to check that out some other time, though, because we still don't have this mysterious wall climb ability. Bounce. 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 And now, the music has gone quiet. You know what that means? It means we're exiting the area. Nah, of course not. It means we're about to fight a boss. Let's go. I'm looking forward to this. This one was really fun. Sister Splinter. I guess it's like the queen of all the stickmen guys? Alright, drops thorns in the arena. You can destroy those. It'll slash. Stay out of the way of that. I think this boss has been nerfed in a patch as well. It did used to deal 2 damage in the launch version. Whenever you stagger it, watch out, it still deals contact damage, and it has a huge hitbox as it falls out of the ceiling, which I think is a little strange, but whatever the devs wanted to do. Oh, I see, the flying enemies it summons don't deal 2 damage anymore. I think they used to, but they don't anymore, as I just said. Oh god, okay. Using up all my silk on skills, which is probably not a good idea because I'm currently about... Hey, at least I died to a boss. I got my wish. And here we have our very first Silksong boss run back.
Everyone has to start somewhere, and for this playthrough, this is where we begin. Yeah, almost every single boss fight in this game has quite the lengthy run back to get back to it, and many people are not a fan of this, partially including myself. I don't like the runbacks that much. I don't think they're the worst things in the world. I think you could do a hell of a lot worse with them as well. But there are some bosses in this game that have, like, especially terrible runbacks that I'm like, why in the ever-living fuck would you design this and think it's okay? But we haven't seen those just yet, so for now I'm gonna remain positive about them. I don't think Sister Splinter's runback is very bad at all. Like, yeah, you have to platform up some things, yeah, you have to bounce on some flowers, but overall, it's fine. We're back in the fight right away, just like that. And besides, Sister Splinter is not that hard of a boss either. Oh god, summoned enemies and stagger. That's interesting, never seen that before. Oh god, okay. Then again, we haven't really experienced most of the boss. I think it does get slightly harder as you progress. Hey, oh no, yeah, she starts summoning yeah, she starts summoning up her minions and killing you in the... My god, okay. I was backed up into a corner there. I had a minion flying next to me, I had a thorn wall in my way, I had her slashing down in the exact spot that I have to stand in. That was bad. That was a bad situation. You better make sure you never end up in that situation. Perhaps I should stop talking and focus on this next attempt because, yeah, this is going a lot worse than I thought it would be. Holy. I've already been recording for 50 minutes. Man, I've been having too much fun. It's almost like Silksong is a fun video game or something. It's almost like it's a really fun time and I'm enjoying myself. Nah, couldn't be. Couldn't be. Silksong is the worst game ever, actually. Obviously. Alright. Cut you down? Yeah. Okay, she always alternates which hands she slashes with, so watch out for that. Then get rid of the thorns. Might honestly want to focus on getting rid of the thorns because priority number 1. Yes, I'll go for that instead of healing because I feel like it. And also I can just heal right now. Perfect. And then immediately take damage again because I'm great. I'm great at this game. Okay. And unfortunately, one downside with the Reaper Crest I've never been over yet. Once you heal, you know how you get that buff where you can collect more healing orbs? If you get hit during that time, the buff will automatically cancel. So yeah, a bit of an issue. While I'm thinking of it, why don't I get some use out of my tool and not heal like I wanted to? Hey, look at the bright side. We got some use out of Warding Bell. Warding Bell value. Oh no. Okay, gotta hit these out of the way. I think if you have the Silk Spear skill equipped, it makes that much easier to get rid of. Fortunately, though, I really underestimated just how long it takes to heal. Okay, there we go. So I have another chance getting use out of the orbs. Avoid the sides of the arena. Oh, we're... okay. Okay. Skill! We're going for it! We're going for risk! It's gonna pay off! I promise! I'm not even mad about that one. That was funny as fuck. The best part is I probably would have won if I didn't dash into the fucking thorn like an idiot. I think I meant to hit the attack button and instead I dashed. Alright. Oh man. I sure hope that I can have this level of fun with tough bosses in the rest of the game. I'll be honest, I'm surprised this is taking me this long. If I recall correctly, I think I beat Sister Splinter on like my second try in my first run of the game. Though maybe it was actually my third try. I don't know. We'll have to see. This is try number 4, right? Whatever the case, it's certainly taking me longer than it did the first time around, which is interesting because she is nerfed, I think, from her launch version. And the launch version is what I fought back in the day, so... Back in the old days of my Silksong playthrough that I didn't show on camera. You killed your own friend! You're not a very rockin' dude, are you? You're also not a dude, but... whatever. Dude is a genderless word. IMO. Sometimes, in certain contexts. That's how English is. Things have meanings in certain contexts. That was close. Okay, gotta get rid of this, gotta get rid of this. Gotta clear space. Gotta clear space for dodging. God, she can easily combo you like that. It's fine, we got her, we got her. We're getting her, we're getting her, we're getting her. Oh, perfect. I'm glad that if you stagger her, it gets rid of the rest of them. All right, now let's store up a heal. And get a quick hit in after dashing underneath like that. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, we're at full. And here's what I love about Silksong bosses. They are so exhilarating and intense. Like, you have so many close calls, and every time you manage to get off a heal successfully and get yourself back in good shape, it feels amazing. I was so close last attempt. Oh my god. Whatever. As long as it's done in the end. Awesome. Is she some kind of robot? She has like a crack in her eye. Hold on, can we read a journal entry? Where is the entry for Sister Splinter? Old insect nesting in the heights of Shellwood, command of twig and branch. Okay, I guess her eyes are just made of something that cracks easily. Made of pearls. This one lived long and fed much. The wood will be much safer for their slaying. What? Oh, she was feeding all the stick people. Now they'll be easier to kill? Is that what Hornet means? Because that's not true, Hornet. I played the rest of this game and I know that the stick people aren't weakened in any way from this, but whatever. It's fine. I'll let her believe what she wants to believe. Okay, so with that done, we now have access. I thought this was the main platform. It is not. Well, soon we will gain access to that main platform up there, which will have an important ability for us. First of all, though, got your head. Sorry about that. My nose has decided to start running while I'm recording. I don't know why. It likes to do this. Well, it likes to start running. It typically doesn't do it while I'm recording, though. Do I have to climb? I have to climb all the way back around, don't I? Yeah, I sure do. I sure do have to. That's not... Okay, so here we have an example of what I would consider weird world design in this game. So right now, I'm trying to get back up here. So my intuition tells me, go up. Therefore, anytime I pass through this room and see this wall of flowers, I'm like, let's go up. And I feel like in the first Hollow Knight, this would actually lead you up, but in this game, it's a pointless dead end. Or well, it's a full dead end at first, and then you obtain the Bellhart, and then it becomes a pointless dead end. And then, anytime you come back through this room, you'll climb up it again, and then it'd be like, oh, right, can't go this way, have to go out this room. Silksong does this a lot, where like, a direction you'd think you'd have to go to reach somewhere ends up hitting a dead end, and you have to go somewhere else instead. And it makes backtracking through the world a lot less fun than it would have been otherwise. IMO. But of course, I'll have plenty more time to talk about this as we go. I do think, though, that Farloom's world design is a little strange in places, in ways that Hollow Knight's just wasn't. Then again, it has been a while since I've done 112% playthrough of the first Hollow Knight. I plan on doing one pretty soon, because I am currently working on a Hollow Knight video for my main channel. I just started writing the script for it today, so I'll probably have to give that game another quick run to see, kind of see how it holds up. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. I feel like Hollow Nest had some better design in places, but give it time. I might warm up, there we go, to Farloom as we progress. Hiya, 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 hiya. You know you need unique New York. That didn't kill you, okay? Apparently Threadstorm is not as good as 4 nail strikes, which I didn't expect, honestly. Threadstorm looked like it was doing a good job, but I guess not. Okay. Can you come down this way? Can you come down this way? Can you come down this way? Good enough. Oh, I've completed their Hunter's Journal entry. See, I told you we wouldn't need to worry about killing that one in the previous room. Whenever that was. How long ago was that now? Like an hour? Where I was like, we don't have to kill that one below the platform, because I can just come back and backtrack later. Turns out I didn't even need to backtrack. I got there eventually. through just progressing through the area the first time. Yeah. Yeah, using the skill on these guys is definitely good. On the airborne dudes especially. Alright, how many times do I have to hit you with the needle? Still all 4 times. Okay, so the long pins don't do much more damage than the needle does. I don't think any tool does as much damage as the needle, to make up for the fact that they're ranged, you know? Any red tool, I mean. Y'all, you know, there was someone who made a video, and in that video, they called the red tools tools, and the yellow and blue tools charms, because those work pretty much identically to charms in Hollow Knight. I think I might start doing the same, because that does make things a lot easier to differentiate, you know? So when I mean tool, I'm just talking about the throwing weapons, and when I say charm, you know I'm talking about the passive effects. Hello, give me your money. Thank you. Thank you for your money. Imagine being robbed by someone very polite. Like, you know, you hand them your phone, your wallet, your keys. Do robbers ask for keys? I don't know, they might. Anyway, you hand over all your possessions, then they're like, thank you very much. Now, have a nice day, and they walk away. Could you imagine that? That would be kind of infuriating, honestly. Like, bro, you just stole my shit. Don't wish me a nice day, anyway. Daughter of a distant land, we who remained have waited long. Bind our strength to yours. Reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom. Let's go! Found the ancestral art, Cling Grip. Press Z, cling to sheer surfaces, and leap to rapidly scale heights. One of the few abilities that is copied over verbatim from the first Hollow Knight, it's the wall jump. I think the only real difference, if I can show the difference eventually... Okay, nope, nope. I'm never going to be able to show off this ability then, I guess. Up through here? Somewhere. Help me show this ability, please, game. I would very much like to show this. Okay. The only real difference is that Hornet stays in place slightly once she clings to the walls and then starts sliding down with increasing acceleration. Unlike the Knight, who started sliding down instantly whenever it hit a wall. Yeah, Hornet takes a little while first. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it controls pretty much identically to the wall jump from Hollow Knight. So yeah, this should be very familiar. And also like the wall jump from Hollow Knight, this is the key ability that unlocks access to so many things in the game. And I mean it, there are so many places we can go now. It's not quite as much as the first game, but it's still a lot for what it is. Ooh, up here, this is a good place to go. So... I am at an hour of recording, but I actually would like to continue this video as we're not quite done exploring all of Shellwood, at least not all of Shellwood that I would like to see. I would like to complete the Bellhart quest, and then I would also like to free Bellhart. And I would also like to go pay the Flea Caravan a visit. Then next time, I think we can start checking out optional areas, doing side quests and the like. Because, you know, today, for the first 4 videos, we've just been, like, progressing through the string of areas you're supposed to take care of, so it's about time we have our first optional stuff episode. Our first of many, I assume. Another mask shard up here, perhaps? Another mask shard? Oh god. Hi. Okay. Hee hee. Oh, right, they keep spawning. That's not good. You know what I was saying about how, like, the little skater guys are the only things, or one of the only enemies that respawn? Well, these guys are another one of the only enemies who respawn, and the nest still isn't dead! Are you kidding me? How many times did I hit that thing? And it's still alive? Oh my god, you guys are annoying. Oh my god, it's still... There we go! Fuck's sake! There's that one hit! Why is my nose so runny right now? It's not bleeding, is it? It's entirely possible it could be. It's not, though. I checked. I peeked inside. I don't have a mirror near me, so your guess is as good as mine as to how I achieved that. Pull apart! Gimme! How many more of those do we need? We have 4. I think we need like 7 in total. 6, okay. So only 2 more to go, and with our wall jump, we should be able to find the rest of them. So let's just keep an eye out. That was actually perfect. Let's keep an eye out. Ouched. Oh my god. How about this way? Nope. Why does this corner exist? I don't know. It just does. Team Cherry felt like adding a corner full of bushes, and you know what? Whatever they wanted to do, I guess. There is an argument, in favor of world design, such as that, is in that, like, you know, it makes the world feel more real. And I can certainly understand that, but still, like, the game designer in me that knows next to nothing about game design, but claims he does anyway, says that that should be removed anyway. Because, like, in most cases, if you have a space in a video game world, it should be helpful to the player in some way, and if there's a space that's useless, then why bother including it at all? However, Silksong doesn't do that very much, so, you know, not a big deal. Okay, I think I'm back in this main room. I'd like to go back here. I'd like to take this time... Ooh, perhaps I can keep going this way. We'll jump through here. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll take the Bellway down to the flea caravan. We'll give them the fleas back, and then we'll come back up here, find the rest of the Paula parts, which I can't remember where they are at the moment, but I'll probably find them. Hi, Bellbeast. Sorry, went the wrong way. I can't remember where the Paula parts are, but I'll find the rest of those, turn them in, and then we'll go see what we can do about Bellhart. And I just remembered this place is pointless. Get me out of here. 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 Thank you. I wish it didn't feel like stuff was about to come gushing out of my nose any second now, because this is a very strange kind of uncomfortable state to be in while recording a Let's Play video. I would appreciate you, nose, if you could go back to being dormant. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't erupt. I don't know. Alright, anyway. My body contains 2 active nostrils. Yeah, that's the end of that. I didn't have anything else to follow that up with. Okay, up here we go. This is the shaft we must climb through if we wish to open up the door from the other side. The door that was at the other side of the Bellway station. Yeah. Thank you for not bouncing that ornament high enough to hit me. That was very nice of you. Okay, can I grab those rosaries? Only 2? 3? Okay, I'll take 3. 3 is a magic number after... So you mean to tell me, I came into this room with silk intact, might I add. I did use a silk skill, but I killed like 2 enemies, and I still can't heal. I was just 1 hit away, though. What am I complaining about? Let's focus on having fun. That's the most important thing right now. Okay, we should be able to open the door from the other side. Let's do that. Ah, are we about to hear a nice bell ring? Yes, we are! This might actually be the last one. Or at least close to the last. As deafeningly beautiful as ever. I was thinking of switching my tools, but I haven't found any new tools to switch. So, yeah, so we can continue forwards up here in Shellwood, but I think I'm going to save this for later. That, I think, is, like, main progression. We don't want to do that yet. We want to come back this way. We want to go visit the freaking flea caravan like I said I would last time, and I still haven't done yet. So let's go do that right away. I shall mend my currently strained relationship with the fleas. Oh god, how far do I have to go to reach them? Alright, not super far. It's just like down, right, and then more down. You go right, and then you take the first down, and then you go right some more. That's the first down, actually, but that's not the down I want to take, is it? It was the down I wanted to take, god damn it. I had it right, and then I ignored it. I ignored my own directions. Alright, whatever. That was perfect. Couldn't have been a more beautiful jump if I tried. Can you fucking... Thank you. Cannot wait until I get the first Neil upgrade, frankly. Cannot freak... There's a second one there? This game is mean sometimes. Oh my god. Even if you're just backtracking through an earlier area, it can still be so freaking mean. Haven't been in there yet, wherever that is. Interesting. Hello, sirs. Who do I talk to tell that I did the thing? You? Look, look, so many fleas have joined the caravan. What a miracle. We cannot thank you enough for honoring our humble wish. The lost fleas, wish granted. There are still many fleas for us to be united with, though, and we've rested long enough. The caravan must head higher. Oh, but stranger, how remiss of me. I introduced myself earlier without ever asking for your own name. Forgive me, please. What shall we call you?
You may call me Hornet, Flea Master. Know that I, like you, am glad to see your fellow fleas safe with your caravan. These are dangerous lands to travel alone. I still have a long journey ahead of me. If I come across any more fleas, I will assist where I am able.
Oh, Vavenda, that is to say, incredible! What a beautiful thing for me to hear. Dear friend, Miss Hornet, our caravan must be away now, towards the wide moor high above. Would you travel with us, as our honored guest?
I was right about to be headed back up in that direction, so sure, let's travel with the flea caravan.
Excellent, excellent! Let us make preparations and be off without delay. Rouse yourself, please, for the caravan roams once more.
Once you have saved 5 fleas and completed that first wish, the flea caravan changes location.
And you get to ride with all the fleas, and it's adorable.
Since, you know, we did the saving, so we don't have to actually put in any of the legwork to run these things.
The journey here was long, but we didn't lose a single flea. I'm told it's good luck to bring a guest along when traveling, so we must have you to thank. I trust the trip was agreeable for you. A pleasure, perhaps? Nestled in with our dear little ones?
They certainly make for energetic travel companions. I've not often had opportunity to socialize with such spirited sorts.
Splendid! And now you must go and see Grishkin sitting there by the bubbling cauldron. After long travel, we drink to revive our spirits.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second. First of all, let me sit at the new bench that's just been created here. And I want to say... Okay, no one else to talk to either. Interesting.
There's the moor wing back there. Okay, I think we'll have to come back later to see the rest of that. Enter? Whose abode am I entering right now? Varga's abode, obviously. Dodeshna, want for shelter from the thick gray air? Is heavy and wet. I'm worried for the little flea's health in this land. And they make play in the filthy water. I say them stop, but they just laugh and splash on me. They are lack respect.
Most bugs instinctively obey those with strength and will. Speak with authority, or your commands may go unheeded.
Really is Flea Master's job to teach the fleas such. I will just have rest here until it is time to move on. And my nose is running even more. 1 second, guys. I have to go get a fucking tissue. Okay, my nose is all clean for now. Now, let me heed this guy's advice and talk to this person who I've already forgotten the name of. I'm very sorry. Grishkin!
Dodeshna, Miss Hornet, is it? Welcome to our new camp. The traveling is done, and so we drink. Is no better way to revive spirit than to drink the famous flea brew. I've just finished a batch, bubbling and warm. You are friend, finder of lost little fleas, Here, take bottle of flea brew with you. We'll keep you warm while you travel. I'm always brewing here, so have no fear to drink plenty, and return whenever you are wanting more.
Flea Brew is yet another red tool. Surprisingly, this is our first red tool that is not a throwing weapon, but rather a potion. Temporarily increases the speed of movement and attacks. Temporarily increasing speed of movement makes the controls feel all different, so it could honestly be a hindrance due to the contact damage, but the speed of attacks is pretty good, and this does have good combinations with other tools you'll find later on, or other tools and charms and whatever else and crests and attacks and all that. Yeah, you know, this helps. Okay, that's the main point of it. And you know what? I only have the 1 red slot. Maybe, you know what? Let's change back to Hunter Crest. And then we'll have the 3-fold pins, because long pins, I don't know about. Like, the piercing damage is fun, but I don't know. I think throwing 3 projectiles at a time is a little more fun, in my opinion. Then we'll equip this, because we may as well, no reason not to. And then I'll equip the Flea Brew in the bottom spot. And then I have to get used to attacking like normal again. Aw, man, my HUD is so boring. Miss Hornet, your bottle is full of Flea Brew. You know what such means? You must have drink! When you have finished drinking, return and we will fill flask again. I'm is always brewing. Oh, man. Anyway, all right, back into the Shellwood for us. Oh, they set up a little sign inside of the Bellhart, even though there's no one currently alive to see it. But maybe we can fix that. So it says right there, reserve 30. That means that when you sit at a bench, The flea brew will be taken from your reserve and put into the main jar here, where you can only hold 3 at a time. Should you run out of reserve, you have to go back to the flea caravan and talk to Grishkin there to get it refilled, and I think it does cost some money. So, yeah. Just wanted to explain that real quick, because it is a new mechanic. Anyway, back to Shellwood we go, back to the hunting the polyparts. At the moment, I'll be honest, I can't remember where they are. This goes on to the important place. Oh boy, where's the rest of them? I think the rest of them are like in wall jump exclusive areas. Okay, gotta get used to this pogo again. Look at me, I'm already used to it. I haven't even taken damage once. Perfect. Anyway, I think there's an area out in the main room you can only access with wall jumping that has one. And then there's probably another such area somewhere else. Probably, hopefully, maybe. Interestingly. I don't know. Okay, here's nothing. Ah, up there. Have we been up there yet? We have not. Okay, here's another polypart. Got more of these guys outside of it, though. At least the guys don't respawn from here. Okay, just one more. While I'm doing this, let me tell you about a plan that I may or may not follow through on in regards to my YouTube channel, or guest YouTube channels. So, the other day, I decided to install Vroid Studio and mess around with it a little bit. And if you don't know, Vroid Studio is a very popular program for making VTuber models. And I decided to download it and give it a try, because it's completely free, and like most of its features are completely free. And I decided to try and recreate my Elden Ring character in it, because I really like my Elden Ring character's design, and I wanted to see how it would look in, like, you know, the anime style with the VTuber model and all that. And it came out so good that I am genuinely considering becoming a VTuber and, like, using that character as my avatar. The main thing stopping me from doing that, though, is that, you know, whenever I play a game where you create a character, I always choose to play as a woman with bright red hair and these icy blue eyes, because I think they make a great contrast, and I really like... I have red hair in real life, and so I really like making it bright red. I usually also give her a ponytail as well. I play as some incarnation of that character. You can see in my Fallout New Vegas playthrough, I'm doing the same thing there too. And if I were a VTuber, I would want that character to be my avatar. The problem is I'm not a woman. I'm a cisgender guy, and I just don't know how that would be taken. And I also don't know, like, what all I would use it for. Because of course I would use it for live streams. That's a given. You know, that's, like, where VTubers belong, basically. It kind of feels weird to have a VTuber that isn't live streaming, but anyway. And I was also thinking of using it for this channel, for its gameplay, you know, the gameplay videos. But, like, would I want to include it in my main channel's main videos? I don't know. I don't think it would really fit well with those video styles, so it might be just like a live stream exclusive or a live stream / Omich C2 exclusive thing, but yeah. I may or may not decide to become a VTuber this year, so look forward to that if you're at all interested. Again, though, I am currently very much on the fence of whether or not I want to do it, because it could be fun, but at the same time, with the avatar I want to be, it might weird people out. I don't know how it would be taken, and that's the main thing, because, like, that uncertainty is currently preventing me from wanting to do it, from wanting to follow through on it. Okay, I want to say this last polypart is here. Oh god, I can't remember where it is. Oh, of course, it's behind a hidden wall. Someone has a screenshot on Reddit where they marked every polypart location, and one of them is inside the dark void next to the room drawn on the map. And I think it's in here. Oh, is it behind you? Is it behind one of these enemies? It was off of this room. Where would it be? Okay, nothing there. I'm already at the top of the room. How am I not finding this? Okay, to unlock the passage I am thinking of, I have to approach it from somewhere else, which means I will have to cut the polypart collecting early and progress. I know, how unfortunate, right? I have to make progress. Let's sit on this bench so I get a full heal for a particular reason. So this means we will not be completing the Polypart quest today. Or will we? That depends, actually. That depends on whether or not I can obtain this last Polypart before the next big thing event. Alright, so back through here. This is the way we have to go to progress. Climb up these platforms. Now we can wall jump up this and gain entry into a new level of the Bellhart. Or it's just called Bellhart. It's not the Bellhart, but I like to call it the Bellhart because it's like, you know, it's the heart of the bells in Farloom. This guy's got a bell on his head that resists your attacks. You have to hit him from the side whenever he's on the ground normally like that. If he's jumping at you, he's very defensive. Other than that, they're not too bad. These guys fly up and down in these chimneys. You just hit them in their soft areas, and they'll die eventually. I know, helpful tips, right? Hit them until they die. It's like the Doom manual telling you how to defeat the Cyber Demon. Oh god. Okay, so those bells fall from the ceiling, and I want to say that they respawn. Okay, apparently I'm not sure if they do or not. There we go. There's 5 fleas. Oh yes, they do. Okay. Oh, and the little guys respawn too? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I was just saying only a few enemies respawned over time, and I'm being proven wrong repeatedly. My goodness. What will I be wrong on next so often? Rosaries in here, cool. It's interesting that despite this area being so silent, it is also incredibly loud at the same time because of all the fucking bells that ring every time you do anything. Hello, sir. Mind if I hit you with Redstorm a little bit? He actually didn't seem to mind at all, you know. He was surprisingly chill about it. Do you mind if I hit you with a second one? Okay, a second one is too much. I see. I know their boundaries now. So I know how to exploit them. I know how to get on their nerves. Why is this hallway here? I hear music coming from it, but otherwise there is absolutely nothing down that hallway, and that's actually not where the music is coming from. Music is coming from somewhere else. And you want to know something fun? I've never actually heard this music before. Because when I first played through this section, I was playing on it in college, on my little school laptop, where I had the volume turned down to not annoy people. And I didn't have headphones with me because, for some reason, I never bring headphones with me anywhere. Don't ask why. It's because earbuds are a lot more convenient to carry around than headphones are, but I fucking hate earbuds with a passion. I will never, ever wear earbuds again. I will never wear earbuds over headphones again. I need like a little tiny pair of headphones. Even then, the tiny pair of headphones are also kind of uncomfortable. I'm just too used to the big headsets that like cover your whole ear and are really comfortable, like the one I'm using right now. Anyway, that's my hot take for this video. Headphones greater than earbuds. I'll take them any day. But yeah, I never heard this music before, so this is kind of a new experience for me. And I think that's cool. In other news, I think we found the way to the last Polypart. Let's go get it. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. Into the ground you go. And okay, I think I can get up there if I use the glide. That's okay, the down route's fine too. Haven't used my flea brew yet. Ah, here it is. We can go complete that quest right now. There we go, Polypart. Wish updated. Oh, hey there, calm down, Kamate. Now let's go turn this in. Real quick, where are they? Ah, they're all the way over here. I could always cut ahead, I guess. I don't have to show every detail of me backtracking through this world. Then again, we are already here, so I don't think there's any reason to. There we go. You there. The precious hearts. Give them for the time of birth. For the right, they must bleed. Sure thing, lady. Polyparts gathered all. All that is needed is given. Yay, I granted your wish. The first rite of the polyp. The first rite can begin. That was concerning. Fog, cloaked by red. The time of rebirth approaches. First rite is completed. Prepared for the time of birth. Take the refuse of the rite. Polyp Pouch is a charm, a blue charm, that applies venom to equipped tools. So all of your throwable tools will now deal poison damage. Pretty cool. And it does deal like damage over time on enemies for a little while. It's cool, you can apply debuffs to enemies in this game. The time will come soon, the time of birth approaches. You keep telling yourself that. I'm never going to talk to you again. Actually, that's a lie. I totally will, because there is more going on with you that we'll have to come back and see eventually. But for now, where did I come from? Where did I go? Where did I come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Wasn't for the Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where the fuck do I go to get back to the top of this room right now? I don't know, and I don't care. I will see you up where we were. I messed that up. I messed up, then he messed up. He was inspired. He was inspired by my mistakes. I'm not gonna fight that one. Okay, we are back inside the Bellhart. Let's go find the source of this mysterious tune. Hello there? Are you the one who has everyone ensnared down below?
We shall join, union upon your thread, a gift for your waking, a world strung to serve.
Creature, your claws guide those cursed threads, but you are not their source. What role do you play in this vile affliction?
Oh, she is here! The rare birthling, precious child of worm and weaver, spawn of those who dare to flee. She has found her way home. At last, how fine her shell and silk and claw. For you, mother, let me claim her all for you!
Here we go, Widow! Alright, this is a pretty major battle since it did speak to us before fighting us, unlike most of the other bosses. Alright, I believe this is a she. She rains down bells from the ceiling and can also dash at you like that after a strike from above. Then, okay, these are all going to emerge into bell piles. You have to dash over carefully, unlike what I did there. Gotta watch where the threads are going, because that's where the bells will bounce. Let me heal, let me heal, let me heal. Okay, that'll keep me floating in the air, and then I can glide. Perfect, perfect. Use my heal to dodge the attack. That's actually really fun. Okay, let me do more of this. Oh, God. Dash out of the way. Basically explain the base movesets, and now I just have to focus. Let's go. I dashed a little too early. I think if I was stayed gliding, I could have been safer there. As usual, actually no, most of her attacks only do 1 damage. So you can see there, I only took 1 damage from running into her there. That is a rarity in this game. Yeah, for some reason, they lighten up the damage a bit. Probably because the boss's attacks come out a lot faster than most of the others. And, and there's more difficult combos to learn. It's still a tough boss, but not a very damaging one. And I like that, I appreciate that. Bam! Okay. Appreciate that they're not making the bosses difficult just from the damage they deal, but from the moveset. I much prefer that, personally. And that's what I really liked about Hollow Knight 1, is that really, you could take a lot of damage in the first Hollow Knight, but the boss's movesets were so hard that it was difficult to avoid damage, and bam! There you go! Except not. Phase 2 time. Here we go. This Phase 2 is really well designed. It just takes the established mechanics, makes them tougher, adds some additional combos, but fortunately Phase 1 does not take too long. So yeah, it's not like you're starved of practicing this phase like you are with some other bosses I could mention. Sister Frida from Dark Souls 3. Okay, gotta heal. We have healed successfully. Gotta watch out for when she's doing the dash swipes, which I'm doing a not very good job of. Let me use my flea brew and that messed me up. Okay. I was trying to get some use out of my tools for like the first time ever, but instead I messed things up. That's fine. Just gotta make our way back there. Unfortunately, we've unlocked ourselves a very nice, convenient shortcut. Well, mostly convenient. It's still not the greatest run back in the world, but what boss in this game has the greatest run back in the world? Let's be honest. Even the best run back still takes at least like 40 seconds. This one was only about 30 though, so I guess it was better than that. I don't know. Okay, attempt 2, let's go. First phase is honestly pretty easy. A lot easier than I remember it being. Second phase is certainly tougher though, and it's all because of that melee attack that I'm never prepared for. Because I think in phase 2, she can start up the melee attack just like on a whim. Here though, she does the downward strike from the air first. So you know when to expect it. Alright. My god, I'm an idiot. I remember my first time fighting this boss. As I said, I played this section of the game in college, on my college campus, on my little school laptop, and my next class was like right about to begin when I got to this boss, so I was scrambling to defeat it as soon as possible before the class started, and it made what was already a really fun, intense boss battle all the more so. Speaking of which, let's turn up the intensity by drinking the flea brew. Here we go. Just that attack speed, and also my movement speed, though honestly it's messing me up more than it's helping, I feel. Okay, gotta heal. Close one? Oh no. Okay, we're good. That's phase 1. Unfortunately, I'm going into this with 2 missing health. Let's go. Throwing knives. Fuck. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. Okay, we're good. I was worried I'd be hit there. Okay. No! Windows key! Shut up! I hit Windows key on accident. That messed me up. Alright, that's fine. Third time's the charm. Did I say third chime? The third chime is the charm, you know. The third chime of the bells in the Bellhart is the charm. Obviously, that's what I was going for. Yeah, clearly. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not cutting out these runbacks. Every time I die, you're watching me go back to the boss. Sorry to say. That's how it is. Alright, here we go. Here we go, buddy. Step number 3. I shall focus hard. I actually didn't know the skill could deflect that. That's cool. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. I also shouldn't have done... Oh my god. Could I be doing any worse? Yes, actually, I could be doing a lot worse. I've at least hit the boss. I could have always not hit the boss. Wow, thanks! I didn't know I had to hit the boss and not get hit by the boss. That's my best British accent. Referencing a Cat Icarus video. If any of you haven't seen a Cat Icarus video, you owe it to yourself to go watch his channel. He is hilarious. Though he does have quite mature humor, should point that out. He is still hilarious. I absolutely love his videos. The most recent one he made is awesome. It's a video on the Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour where he pretends it's the best game ever, and it's fantastic. And he opens it up with like this mock documentary about frame rates in video games and or movies. I shouldn't have done that. There we go. Yeah, getting these diagonal stabs on this boss is so much fun in a way that I don't think the Reaper Crest pogo would have been. Alright, I'm gonna fully heal for this. Let's go. Watch out for the melee attack. I think there's a pattern to it, isn't there? Yes. She will summon bells from the ceiling 3 times. After the 3rd one, never mind. Okay. There is no pattern. You just gotta watch out for it. Okay, maybe there's some pattern, though. She at least summons bells from the ceiling twice before doing the melee attack, it seems. That time it was once. Never mind! Still, though, you have to always anticipate it. Like there. Okay. It's kind of hard to get hits in. Thank good. Oh my god. I actually healed and was protected by the bell. Simultaneously! There it is! And now from you, we shall bind ourselves a new ability! Bound the ancestral art, needle in, hold D,
Play ancient melodies by stringing silk along the needle. Silk will be expended. For some reason. For her light, eternal, our song sustains. Well, that was a cool memory. I forgot about that little sequence, and I haven't heard the sound design in that moment properly until now, because last time I played it, I was at school without headphones. Oh man, I'm so glad to be replaying this game. It's a lot more fun than I thought it would have been so far. And I'm glad for that. I don't want to hate this game. And I don't, but, you know. That is bell number 5. We've completed the objective. That's our first main quest objective we've actually finished. Now, to end this video, we're gonna open that shortcut real quick. And then we are going to go down and take a brief glance at the town we have just freed. Please open that up for us. Let's go down. I don't want to waste any more time. This is an hour and 42-minute recording. Welcome, welcome, weary pilgrim. Through glorious Bellhart may be past its finest shine, it still remains the last friendly stop before the citadel. It is the task of I, fair Pavo, to extend the warmest of welcome to those passing devout, such as your good self. Your town seems returned to healthy form, good bug. I had some concern that upon cutting you free, I'd find only husks. Yes, well, most of our residents did not fare so well. Still, it's no good to dwell on dark things. We shall build and grow and welcome, as is any good bellbug's task. Next time on Hollow Knight Silksong, we explore Bellhart, and then we do some optional things. Thank you all for watching if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.